Shazam! We finally saw our first concrete trailer for Shazam in Hall H at Comic Con this past Saturday. And I think that even more so than Aquaman, Shazam had a lot it needed to accomplish because, we'd seen leaks of the costume and other things online before, and the Shazam costume was met with a lot of hate from a lot of people in the online community. Zachary Levi himself, I think, online got into he kind of yelled at somebody or on when he was at a con or something because somebody was criticizing his costume and stuff like that. And a lot of people were down on Shazam. And so this trailer had to kind of start to change the conversation. And while people still are, kind of saying it's obvious that it's not all Zachary Levi in that costume, a lot of people were pleasantly pleased with Shazam. And I think this was a good moment. I thought the Shazam trailer was really good. I thought that it accomplished a couple of things. One, it did kind of, even though Shazam, I think Zachary Levi does look good in his costume, but I think it's obviously not all him. But even so, he does look cool, and he gives a good performance, playing a little boy in a man's body. In the scenes from this trailer, he definitely did do a good job bringing that personality out, which is probably exactly why they hired him. David F. Sandberg and the producers, they were probably looking for that kind of actor when they, were casting people. And Zachary Levi gave them what they wanted, and they were like, this is the guy, and they hired him to play that role. And seeing the Shazam trailer, I think it's obvious that that's what they were going for, and that's what he was hired specifically to do. And he does a good job. Now, overall, a lot of people, I guess, had questions. They were like, I didn't know Shazam was going to be like this. And I think that's weird because I thought it was obvious Shazam was going to be like this from the beginning. So I'm wondering if these people were even paying attention. People were like, oh, it's like Elf, or it's like Big with superpowers. And I'm like, duh. I mean, I thought they said that, and it was obvious from the leaks and the promo materials that came out months ago that that's the kind of movie this is going to be. So, I was surprised that there were people, I guess, who didn't get that or weren't paying attention. But even so, a lot of people, they liked the tone, the energy, the vibe of this movie. They liked the lighthearted, fun tone. They liked the comedic elements. I think a lot of people, I guess, for lack of a better word, bought what Shazam trailer was selling them in a good way. And I think that's great. I think this trailer needed to do that. And I want to talk about some of the things in the trailer that I thought were interesting. Something a few people are talking about, like in the beginning of the trailer when Asher Angel, playing Billy Batson, he first comes to the foster home and he meets Jack Dylan Grazer, who's playing Freddie Freeman, who has the handicap. And he has to stand up on that stick, the cane, the walking aid. We see in Jack Dylan Grazer's room, he has a Batarang or a replica of a Batarang. He has Superman the word is written on a news clipping. He's I think he has an Aquaman shirt. And I think somebody else elsewhere in the movie is wearing a Wonder Woman shirt. He's a fanboy. And it was interesting to me, this movie might give us a perspective of what it's like in the DC universe for regular people when they see somebody flying overhead or they see the Flash running fast. The perspective of regular people to live in this world when a giant robot or a monster will come out. What do people think of all this stuff? What's their perspective, when Doomsday jumps out? And I think it will be very fascinating if Shazam shows us that. What the little people, for lack of a better word, feel about living with these gods whose actions can affect them in very negative or positive ways. I'm really fascinated to see how this movie does that. Not just little kids, but, what do the adults think? Are they going to, what does a foster parent think when, Wonder Woman deflects a bullet in front of them? I'm just really interested to see how Shazam, if the movie explores that at all. They could just go from a fanboy route, because I think Freddie Freeman in the movie is a huge superhero fan, is a fanboy of all these heroes. They could just purely do that, but I'm wondering if they'll talk about just the general public. What does your regular person on the street or in your office think? Just a little bit. I know they don't have time to do a lot of that because they have to tell a story. But I'm just interested to see if they'll go there just a little bit and what that'll be like. We did not see much of the villain, Dr. Sivana, in this trailer. We just see that one scene where Shazam swings at him and he goes like this to, stop the blow. So I'm thinking as future trailers goes on, we'll see more of Dr. Sivana and Mark Strong's performance. Mark Strong did say in an interview earlier that Dr. Sivana is a pretty sick, messed up person. So that must mean that in this movie and in this script, there are things out there that show that. And I'll be interested to see how he means Dr. Sivana is a sick person. And how much of that they'll show in a movie that I guess is PG-13. Or maybe even PG. We saw the wizard, the benefactor of Billy Batson's powers, but interestingly enough, they never show his face, like Jaimin Hunsu is playing the wizard, replacing Ron Cephas-Jones. In the trailer, though, when Billy Batson gets off the bus or the train and goes into the Rock of Eternity lair, he meets the wizard, but the wizard always has his head down and his hair is long. You never see his face. And I'm wondering, was that done on purpose just for this trailer, or is he going to be in the whole movie like that? Because I hope that the wizard does actually reveal his face at some point in the movie. Because it was so purposefully done, with his head down, that I'm wondering, what are they trying to accomplish here? Like, is there a reason for that, or was it just an accident? I don't think it was an accident, so I'm wondering what they're going for and what that means in the movie. I was intrigued. But all in all, yes, I like Shazam. I like Shazam and Aquaman, the trailers, really well. Like I said in an earlier video, my favorite Warner Brothers trailer actually was Godzilla. But these two are great. And I am excited for Shazam, future trailers coming forward. And I'm excited to see a lot of people, not everybody, turn around a bit more. I'm a sucker for the underdog sometimes. And Shazam, I think, was the underdog in terms of its perceptions in people's minds. So if it's actually starting to emerge from that and be seen in a different way, I will be very pleased to see that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.